This poor father watched his 3 sons grow up day by day. When the youngest son, Martin, came of age, the father told them to go find work. He asked each son to bring back a set of clothes after 1 year. So the 3 brothers set off together. At a 3-way crossroads, they said their goodbyes, each taking a different path. Martin walked into a forest. There, he met a toad. The toad asked Martin if he would work for it. The job included chopping firewood, carrying the toad to bed each night, and lifting it back up each morning. After hearing these demands, Martin decided to stay and work for the toad. He worked diligently every day, while the toad practiced swimming in the pond all day long. A year passed. The toad praised Martin for his excellent work. It allowed him to choose a set of clothes from the storage room to take home. At the crossroads, Martin met his 2 older brothers again. When they learned that Martin had been working for a toad, they couldn't help but laugh at him. However, when Martin showed them the clothes he had chosen, his brothers immediately felt jealous. Back at home, the 3 brothers lived together for a while. Soon, the father urged them to go out and work again. This time, he asked them to bring back wine. The 3 brothers said their goodbyes under a large tree and set off on their journeys once more. Martin returned to the forest to continue working for the toad, but this year, the workload was twice as much as last year. Even so, Martin completed all the tasks. The toad told him to find an empty bottle in the wine cellar and fill it with the wine he liked. Martin filled the bottle and returned home. The 3 brothers met under the tree again. When the 2 older brothers saw the small bottle in Martin's hand, they were sure he would disappoint their father this time. Back at home, Martin pulled out the largest wine barrel and began pouring the wine into it. The brothers laughed as they watched him, but soon, their expressions changed because the wine in Martin's bottle seemed endless. When the whole family tasted the wine, they were amazed. They had never drunk anything so delicious. At that moment, their father mentioned that it was time for them to marry, so he sent the 3 sons out again to find wives. This time, the toad told Martin that he would need to chop 3 times as much wood as before and stack it all neatly. Martin agreed without hesitation. By the end of the year, he had completed all the work. Then the toad commanded Martin to place it in the bed on top of the woodpile. It told Martin to light the fire, promising that he would see the surrounding frogs jump into the flames. Martin had no choice but to obey and set the wood on fire. Sure enough, chaos erupted all around, and the flames shot up into the sky. Martin's heart was heavy with sadness. He decided to take a short nap. As he fell asleep, a magnificent palace appeared in the clearing. The toad had transformed into a beautiful woman. It turned out that the princess had been cursed into the form of a frog. Only someone righteous and obedient to her commands could break the curse. Clearly, Martin was the one the princess had been waiting for.